What's going on, y'all? In this video, you must have tower moment insurance. So the tower card is right here. Get a good look, see it clearly. See it clearly. This is the tower card in tarot. Basically, the card is depicting lightning striking your house, your castle, your tower, and you having to evade, you having to jump out, you having to get the fuck out, you having to escape because some shit done crashed down in your reality. Something bad done happen and you gotta flee or you gotta act. Basically, y'all, I'm promoting and inviting y'all to have tower moment insurance. Definition right here. Basically, I invented this term some years ago, and it is to shield you from the negative, bad, fucked up things that can happen to you in your life. Like I mentioned in the last video, I'm not here to bash women, and I'm not here to put men down. I'm not here to blame and make no excuses on no gender. So women and men, come tap in, come get some CTRL clarity. CTRL, continuous truth realization. So ultimately, y'all, the game is about knowing thyself. The game is about accepting thyself. The game is about coming down to what you want in life, and knowing what you don't want is the other big part. Because, yeah, leave it up to the manifestation gurus to help you manifest, to get material things to help you change your life. Me, I'm a natural lawyer. Of course, tarot in itself is derived from natural law. Natural law is this. Natural law is the natural laws, the cause and effect, the steps, the principles of this reality. So again, the deck of tarot cards, divination tools, all of that shit is natural law. It helps you understand life. It helps to categorize and put life into a breakdown, digestible thing that you can apply to your life. The steps and the processes that you go through. Now, again, y'all, a tower moment will basically mean like an ending to your ego, to your life situation, or at least a potential ego or a potential ending. Like, you know, you read the definition, so you can kind of see that it's all about abrupt change, a disaster, something striking, something just shifting your reality. But ultimately, it's there to help you grow, unless you give up. And that giving up is, of course, suicide. So a lot of y'all is far from that, but you may be a little closer than you think if you is not having joyful, happy, adventurous, prosperous days all the time. If the people around you is not living in healthy, happy, truthful, honest, uplifted, joyful, creative relationships, then it's a good chance that y'all is close to some depression, close to some anger, close to some sadness, and closer on that spectrum of those people who at least have suicidal thoughts. Not saying that you're close to the people that end up making that decision, which is the most selfish decision. So again, a lot of y'all in this world is trying to be more selfish. So just know that you're on that tier of making the most selfish decision, as opposed to people that's selfless. Like I said, as soon as you start thinking about other people, the money comes in. The goodness and happiness comes in. But the only sacrifice is you sacrifice your laziness. You sacrifice how much you have to work, how much more input, how much more effort, how much more discipline and consistency is required. So let me tackle those terms as well. Y'all know I start these videos off with a title, with an idea, but I tend to branch off. So I clearly broke down the tarot card and the tower moment and how you must have tower moment insurance. I'm gonna definitely drill that home more in this video, but for right now, I want to break down consistency and discipline. First off, I really want to say this to save the world from the discipline junkies, because there's a lot of people in this world that's just going to say, be disciplined, more discipline. And I've said before that they're just projecting and talking to the mirror of the internet and saying what they need or what works for them. Discipline, which is just a fucking word, a sound vibration. But when you really compare discipline and consistency, they're similar. There is a difference. And for a long time, I was just kind of seeing them as the same thing. But essentially, y'all, being disciplined means doing the thing even when you don't feel like doing it. Simple as that. No matter what your emotions is, you box yourself in and you say, I'm going to do this thing and keep getting it done no matter how I feel. And 9 times out of 10, once you get the thing done, you feel better, and then it just elevates your emotions and blah, 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 blah. So yes, discipline is an elixir, just like cash is an elixir, just like love for self is an elixir. But love for self without discipline in this social world and game and system that we living in can lead to a tower moment. So that's why I want y'all to be consciously aware, stay in control, and we're going to continuously, carefully, cautiously make our way through this life journey, brazenly, strong, and with full faith. So yes, y'all, basically, discipline it won't be a good thing for you if you haven't first made a decision, if you haven't first chosen and decided and been sure on your desires of what you want, basically created the boundaries of what you're going to do to get what you want. Essentially, y'all, discipline is useless without first reading this right here, Think and Grow Rich. Because the only reason that you even need discipline is because you're living in a controlled society, and it's things that you want and it's things that you don't want. So you need to discipline your mind. Discipline, the breakdown of that word is disciple, basically meaning a helper. So you're using your own mental spirits, your own mental thought forms to help you in your reality, to help you control and manage your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. But again, discipline is worthless without this right here. And I say that because this book, written in 1937, older than all of us, is what literally gets you down to abundance and manifestation. This book is the basis of it. Think and Grow Rich. Basically, you're applying your faith, your desire, and you're making a decision. But without first making a decision, discipline is useless. Now, consistency is just doing the same thing over and over. Consistency is just habits. So it's good to be consistent in learning, and it's good to be consistent in something. And when you're consistent, you're kind of disciplined in that thing. And when you're disciplined, you're kind of consistent in a thing as well. So they go hand in hand, but they're different. Basically, discipline is like the sprinkle on top of consistency to equal success. But consistency is sprinkled on top of discipline equals growth, you could say. So yes, you only need discipline in the success hierarchy world. You only need discipline in this controlled society. But the tarot card, tarot in itself, the Tower Moment card, the Death card, the Fool card, the Wheel of Fortune card, the Strength card, the Chariot, the Major Arcana, the Minor Arcana. The tarot card in itself has been in existence way before Think and Grow Rich. Way before being disciplined to get money was a thing. This shit is about your life, your journey, and your situations. Whether you living in nature, whether you live in tribal, whether you living in a society, in a city, and you got a job, and you got to socialize and be in the power game and dynamic with other people. All right? So yes, wanted to break that down because the disciplined junkies in this world telling you need to be disciplined, you need to just fucking control your mind and your thoughts to get this success, get this money. You need to be prospering. You ain't doing nothing if you ain't got nothing to show, blah, blah, blah. All of that shit, truly, they projecting onto the camera. And then it's a lot of victims of that negative, low vibration when you didn't sign up for it. You didn't sign up to be told and shamed about what you're not doing, about what you need to do. Just because you're not using and programming yourself with this word called discipline, which again, is just a sound vibration. But make sure y'all tap into this first, because you have to understand all of the other principles of success and riches. Discipline isn't even a principle in this. Out of the 13 principles in this book. Of course, discipline is written about and talked about in all forms, shapes and forms, figures. Everybody is pro-discipline. Shit, you're just disciplined to fit into this controlled society. If we're really being real, we're all have been mind controlled and disciplined into continuing in this culture. So people that promote discipline is promoting to just fit in. All right. So I want to make that shit clear because I'm all about fitting out. I'm all about being unique. I'm all about forging and controlling your own life and your own path, your own self-image and your own attitude and your own happiness. No one else is going to do it for you. No one can save you. But you absolutely must save and guard yourself from tower moments. So this is why having a strong and huge ego is your best friend. This is why saying fuck what other people are saying and thinking and doing and talking about. Fuck if they saying go get money. Fuck if they saying I need to be disciplined. Fuck if they saying I need to be eating healthy. Fuck if they saying I need to be working another job. Fuck if they saying I need to be getting up and doing this. Fuck if they saying I need to be living this way. Fuck if they saying I need to be talking this way. All of these things that the world is trying to tell you to live, that shit, if you don't guard against a tower moment, you gonna fall into one because you listening to other people's rules about your life. You need to create and focus and know what you need to do. But first, you need to get in line with what you want, with what your desires are, with what you have decided to be and decided to do. Of course, all I'm doing is flashing information and referencing information. And that's all we do in this world. But of course, you got a lot of people in the internet and in your real life that just got a lot of opinions, got a lot of shit to say, not necessarily backing it up with truth and resources. And that's just what I like to do. And of course, I could talk and tell y'all a bunch of shit, tell y'all you need to live like this, you need to do this. Nah, not my mission, not my path. Not even what makes me feel good. Anytime I feel like I've been misleading y'all in anything that I've ever said, it doesn't feel right. So I've always had to tap in more. I've always had to give y'all more game, more knowledge, more insight. And that's why I'm here to tell y'all, brace yourself against tower moments. Essentially, in relationships, in your job, in your social game, in whatever you're doing, your ego is just gonna get so corrupted and filled up with self, filled up with your own beliefs and agreements that you end up ignoring something on the left or to the right of you or behind you because you're so constantly looking forward. And again, you're so constantly focused on self. And it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be greedy. It's okay to want what you want and know what you want and just be obsessed with self. But just understand that you live in a very competitive and chaotic world, and the energies on this planet is also competitive and chaotic and just trying to tear you down in many ways, shapes, and forms. If you're not submitting to the rule of the culture, if you're not submitting to someone else, it's easy to get along and just follow along and discipline yourself to be and do what everyone else is doing. But when you choose to be selfish, when you choose to go your own path, when you choose to fucking break out of the box and say, no, I'm gonna do this. Fuck what my parents are saying, fuck what my city is saying, fuck what the school system is saying, fuck what the podcasters and news and media and rappers and the entertainers and movie stars are saying and religion. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna forge my own life. I'm gonna create my own family. I'm gonna find my own desired relationship. Soon as you choose that path, you get a little bit tested. Soon as you have the more free will, the more open options to choose and do what you want, you get tested even more because you want a path alone. You choosing to walk out on that line, on that fucking dock all alone, surrounded by water, rather than being safe and comfortable on land with everybody else. So once you choose to forge that path, just know you are in control. Only you can save you. Only you can guard yourself against the negative things that come along with life. And truly, negative is just undesirable. It's just what you don't want. It's just the unfavorable or the unfortunate. But we term and call it negative because it has an antonym, which is positive. So positive is the want, negative is the unwanted. Positive is what you go for, positive is what everybody around you usually wants, and negative is what the culture deems as unfavorable, undesirable, something that you don't want, something that you don't want to be. You don't want to look like this, you don't want to have this, blah, 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 blah. You don't want to have this reputation. All of those things is what we consider negative. You got to get down to your own positives and negatives because ultimately it's all individual. Everyone has their own individual, unique reality. We're just fucking in this whole box called a society. And then the actuality that we all live in is governmental control, uniform, commercial code, UCC, pay money, pay bills, get up and go to work and produce and speak English. Or speak your language. If y'all understand me, then y'all understand language or English. But like I said in the last video, it's all type of different languages, all type of boundaries, all type of fucking different cultures and traditions. And that's really how they got us not united as the people on this planet. And that's how the government can have control. But like I mentioned before, we don't want to rebel against government. We don't want to rebel at all, because all that shit is just anger and sadness and unowned depression and unowned ignorance from not knowing about the controlled society that you live in. But again, when you choose to fucking rebel, understand that government is an imperfect solution. Government is an imperfect solution. This game of life is radical. This game of life is extreme. This game of life is chaotic. Rather you gonna live in government, or rather you gonna live tribal and then have to fucking defend yourself against animals and have to survive and create your own house, build a hut, survive against other tribes that's trying to come and take over your clan and your family, really being exposed to some super animalistic shit. Civilization is actually like, goddamn, low-key thankful and grateful for it. Once you really dig down deep into just this whole fucking system of earth that we are on as souls having a human experience, cut out all the words and what do you see? You see a lot of fucking random, chaotic, free will shit going on with one constant theme: death and feed and rebirth. Basically, you want to observe the negative. You want to observe the negative. You want to look at the negative of what can happen in your life. You really want to courageously and bravely face it, because that's all fear is. We're always going to have a little bit of fear. We always going to have a little bit of hesitancy. We always going to have a little bit of emotions that's like making you anxious, making you scared. But you must act brave. You must act with courage to face the trauma, to face the bad things. If it's your job that you feel like you may get fired from, or you feel like you may not get the promotion that you want, or you feel like you're not making enough money, or you feel like you're not going to be able to pay the rent at the end of the month, you need to look that shit square in the eye. You need to figure out, okay, why is it that I'm not making enough money? Why is it that I may potentially get fired from my job? Why is it that they may hire and pick this person and promote them over me rather than me? And then ultimately it's going to be something internal. It's going to start with your habits. It's going to start with your thoughts about how you fix and correct and really become the person that gets chosen for that role. Same thing with your relationships. To my men out there, if you're wondering why your woman not listening to you, if you're wondering why you're not having success dating, just know it's all you. It's not the women. And that's actually a good thing, because you can't control and change the women. You can't control and change the things that they want. You can't control and change the things that make them happy. But all you can do is control and change you through your thoughts, through your habits. Simple as that. All right, now let's really get down to how we look, our face, because our self-confidence and our self-image is extremely important. Now, I'm a person, y'all, just to be vulnerable and open, I've dealt with a lot of shit with my face, with the mask, with the persona, with the image that I present to the world. And ultimately, I think it was just in my equation over the past 26 years of my life to deal with a lot of acne, to deal with a lot of scars on my face. That shit has fucked up my self-image and how I see people, how I perceive myself, how I think they're perceiving me, all of that type of shit. But at the end of the day, shit, I look good. And can't nobody tell me I don't look good. And I'm going to tell myself I look good. And I've braced and went through all of the fucking things that I could have felt insecure about with my face and with my skin. And even modern day, when a breakout may pop up, I'm even more grateful for how much I've overcome all of the self-confidence issues. So yeah, no matter how you look, luckily I have a low body fat percentage and I was born with that. So yeah, I guess I'm more aesthetically pleasing in the eyes of society because of the low body fat percentage. But to those of y'all men that may be a little overweight, that may not be so happy and confident with your facial structure and features, just know that you can do so much looks maxing, the new term that I've been tapping into, whole fucking realm of young Gen Zers and probably some of y'all too that can get into looks maxing. Ultimately, you want to fucking accept max first. Accept yourself, accept your flaws, accept your shortcomings. And that's actually something that I haven't started doing until recently, accepting my shortcomings. I'm a person with the hugest ego and thinking I can do and whatever. Y'all see how I rap and y'all see how I talk. Y'all see how, yeah, it's just a lot that encapsulates young CT. But, you know, accepting your shortcomings is good. It actually feels good because, yeah, antinatalism helped me with this, truly, because one of the shortcomings that I had to accept was the fact that us as human beings, as the finite, as the expression of God, shit, that's really taking it from a religious and spiritual aspect, that we are a small piece of God. But if God is all knowing, if God is all knowing and all powerful and omnipotent and omnipresent, and we're just here in these vessels with our limited knowledge and experience of 100-year lifespan that we can have, that shit just goes to show you right there, you can never know everything. You can never see and think and feel everything. So really just detach and let it all go. Because this infinite game of life is such a mystery. This infinite game of God is such a mystery. And that shit right there has really helped me release a lot of shit, infinite pursuit of knowledge and finding out the truth. Realizing that the truth is what you make it. The truth is that the law of polarity says there will always be a counter truth to your truth. So you have to accept your truth. Yeah, all of that type of shit. Continuous truth realization, y'all. But then, yeah, you can just relax on seeking and finding truth. Relax on debating and arguing between religions and philosophies. That's the biggest benefit of that mindset and perspective. Then you can narrow it down to your personal life and figuring out why your shit is not working the way you want it to. Ultimately, like I said, your looks is very important. Your face, your body. How confident do you feel in your body? How confident do you feel about your looks? Truly, y'all, I think looks maxing is really about observing the negative. I haven't watched too much about looks maxing, but I know it's a thing amongst Gen Z men. Shit, I done seen niggas getting bone extensions in their legs to make them taller. Shit, clearly bodybuilding is a huge theme in America, so we've been looks maxing as men. Women been overly looks maxing, so that's what we do in America. We're vain. This is the fucking land of the looks. So yeah, tap in with the looks maxing, but ultimately, y'all, it's observing the negative. It is looking at the negative qualities, the negative traits, the things about you that you don't like, the things about you that's not acceptable, the things about you that's just not meeting the mark, the things about you that's just not making it happen for what you want. And sometimes for what society has the standard of. So it's a big balancing act. You got to find and be good with what you want and meeting the line of where you're satisfied with what society wants from you. That's the balancing act, and that's the acceptance all tied in and rolled into one. But yeah, y'all, ultimately, accept your shortcomings, accept that you can't change your face. Shit, you really can. You can change your face a lot, you know what I'm saying? But you can't change your genetics. But you can alter your face. Ultimately, what really makes a person beautiful is how they feel. How you feel about yourself, and then when you work out, you lose body fat, and then when you just have a smile on your face, when you're more happy, when your thoughts is more tuned, when your self-image about self is better, then your image about everybody else is better. Love thy enemy. The biggest gem that you'll probably hear in this video, but love thy enemy. That shit is going to be your real elixir. So once you start to tune your self-image positively to those around you, even to somebody that's wronged you, even to somebody that you don't like, even if to somebody that you feel you may be in competition with for something. Love them, send them love, send them positive energy. That shit is gonna make you more beautiful. That shit is gonna make you more cute. That shit is gonna make you look better. That shit is gonna make your soul and your spirit be more beautiful, be more free, be more pure. Because truly, what we consider ugly people, 9 times out of 10, they got an ugly attitude toward life. They got an ugly spirit. And even people that look physically attractive, you may meet them and they got an ugly personality. That's only because they in an ugly mood, or they in the ugly phase of their life, or they may have just fucking had a tower moment and now they acting ugly and nasty and mean and negative toward the rest of the world. Therefore, all that beauty that's on the outside is like, that ain't doing it for me. Fuck them. I don't want them. It's like, it's big on how you see yourself. It's big on how you feeling internally about how your looks and attractiveness truly makes you up to be. But focusing on the face is very vain, truly. But it is something that it's your mask. It's what you got to live with. So yeah, I want y'all to be real with yourselves. Ultimately, accept yourselves. Shit, be confident in yourself. I hear that the jawline is a big thing. But shit, look at me, y'all. Got a big nose. Acne scars on my face. I give no fucks. You know what I'm saying? I do know one day my skin is going to clear up more. I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to have healthier habits. All of that good humanity shit. All of that good society shit. But ultimately, man, I done been accepted self. I done been accepted this game of life. And as I get more in tune with my desires and my decisions and what I truly want, then that allows me to box myself in and be more disciplined, because I've been extremely consistent with knowing what I wanted, or more so what I needed to do for the path. But being disciplined is a whole new adage to the journey. Again, y'all, being disciplined is doing the thing even when you don't feel like it, and also not doing other things, being more consistent in the thing that you know is going to lead you to your goal. So yeah, it's 2020 success. This is the 2020 success train. Y'all can hop on with me. And I want to make that shit very clear to the men and women watching me. There will be no women bashing. There will be no men bashing. There will be no misogyny. There will be no misandry. Misandry is women hate toward men. Misogyny is men hate toward women. You've just been manipulated by your government, by the news, by the media, and by whoever else is manipulated. So be careful out here. Stay in full control. Have tower moment insurance. I'm a natural lawyer, so I'm issuing y'all tower moment insurance. Invest in it. Pay attention to the negative. Guard yourself and shield yourself against the negative. It's all about being strong. It's all about being ready. It's all about being prepared for the worst. Expect the best, desire the best, say you the best, tune your thoughts to be the best, because your thoughts is your only heaven. Your thoughts is your only perfection. But at the same time, y'all, you absolutely need to prepare for the worst. Prepare for the negative. Keep your mind strong. Keep your mental strong. Keep yourself ready to move on and be detached. When somebody stop fucking with you, when a job stop fucking with you, when your car break down, when the money dries up, when the attention wears away, when the likes go away, be ready to fucking move forward and have an alternate plan. Or at least just be ready to fucking detach, because you gotta stay on that warrior spirit. Gotta stay on that warrior spirit out here in this world, in this climate. I love y'all. Stay godlike.